What's going on, everyone? Tiger here. I got my Man 13 Eagles Connected Careers coming at you guys, and we have finally finished the regular season. Here in this episode, we're gonna recap this whole season because I know a lot of you guys like seeing the stats and such at the end of the season, so I want to make a video dedicated to that. But the next video will definitely be our first playoff game. But yeah, a lot of you guys might have noticed that we skipped the last two games in the regular season. And the reason behind that is I recorded both of those games, I played both of those games. When I went to go put the video in Sony Vegas, which is my editing software, I went to go put it in my editing software to chop it down and to do a commentary over it. It just wouldn't work. Like, both of those files, I don't know what's wrong with both of those video files, but believe me, for the past 2 days I've been trying, basically. That's why it's been a while since the last video. But for the past 2 days I've been trying to get both of those files to work, and I just can't seem to get them work. So I apologize for that. That you guys missed out on both of those games that we played. But you see here the NFL standings. A lot of teams that in real life are playing really well and missed the playoffs, like the Atlanta Falcons, the San Francisco 49ers, the Cincinnati Bengals. You see they go 4-12. The Browns are better than them, but the Colts and the Jaguars made the playoffs, and the Texans ended up going 5-11. The Jets made the playoffs, but the Patriots ended up going 8-8. So yeah, in this connected careers, there's a lot of mishaps going on. The Raiders even made the playoffs. Like, it's like the exact opposite what's going on in real life. The teams that do bad are making the playoffs, but see the Falcons didn't even make the playoffs. They ended up going 7-9. But our Eagles ended up going 12-4. The Redskins ended up going 9-7. Giants ended up going 9-7. And in those final two games, we ended up beating the Washington Redskins by a field goal, I believe. I'm not remembering the final score, but I know we ended up beating them. It was a close game. I was really excited to show you guys that game, but fortunately, the Sony Vegas didn't had other plans. And then in our season finale, we ended up taking on the New York Giants, and we lost that game 22-21. You see, the St. Louis Rams are the worst team in the NFL, by the way, with a 3-12 record. But yeah, we ended up losing. We ended up losing that game, and the reason why we were leading by like a touchdown going into the fourth quarter, and I just put in Nick Foles and the rest of our backups because there's no point in playing and in trying to win that game, honestly. But you see the wild card weekend, we got the Jaguars at Colts, Redskins at Seahawks, Ravens at Raiders, and Lions at Packers. Sorry, I'm all over the place in this video, but I just want to get some stuff down. But like I was saying, there's no point in trying to win that game because we already clinched a playoff spot and we already got home field advantage, I believe, too. So there's no point in trying and playing our starters in that game because I didn't want to see Michael Vick end up getting hurt. I didn't want to see him getting hurt and then him out for the playoffs because that would just ruin our Super Bowl chances. So that's why I decided to put in Nick Foles and Bryce Brown and our rookie wide receivers and all our backups and stuff on offense. And we ended up losing that game to the Giants. And even though the Giants ended up winning that game, they did not clinch a playoff spot. They went 9-7 and they still couldn't clinch a playoff spot. I just found that funny. But you see, I'm showing you guys some of these quarterback stats because I know some of you guys care about that. Like I said before, I know some of you guys are always talking about stats in the comments and want to hear like who's doing what, how a certain person's doing, and none of this connector career. So I wanted to make this video individual. But if you guys are excited to see the first playoff game, and I'm not remember, I already did the off season and everything in real life. Like, I already played through all of that, so I already know what knows what happens and everything. So this whole run is just I'm just stuttering all over the place right now. Can't really talk, but everything, this whole thing, I'm just excited to show you guys, honestly, just to see your reaction to how we do in the playoffs and stuff like that. Just can't wait to show you guys all those games. But you see the running back totals. There's a lot of running backs that broke the 1,000-yard barrier. You see it. Shady McCoy, 17 rushing touchdowns, 1,359 yards rushing. So we didn't run the ball as much as I wanted to, honestly, because we did throw the ball a lot. But McCoy still had a really productive year. And yeah, you see, just scrolling down the list, there's a ton of running backs that broke the 1,000-yard barrier. But Jaheed Best and DeMarco Murray just missed the 1,000-yard rushing mark. But a lot of running backs. You see, Maurice Jones-Drew with 348 yards rushing, 348 yards carry. So he's a big reason why the Jaguars made the playoffs, because they did make the playoffs. I think they won the division, actually. Not sure, you got to go back and check in the standings, but they ended up winning the division, so he's a big part of that. But you see the wide receiver tools. Larry Fitzgerald just shy of 100 catches, but he breaks the 1,000-yard. So a lot of wide receivers break that 1,000-yard barriers. I believe that both of our wide receivers, Jeremy Maclin and Deshaun Jackson, both broke 1,000 yards, so that's good to see. Like I said, I did throw the ball a lot throughout the season, so that's definitely a big reason why. But I believe they both did, but I'm not sure, actually. I didn't see their name on the list. But going over to touchdowns, who scored the most touchdowns? Lance Moore actually scored the most touchdowns. Nate Burleson in second, and San Antonio Holmes after him. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to see their names scoring the most touchdowns, but that's interesting. Like I said, in this connected careers, it seems like anything can happen. But the longest catch of the year was 96 yards, so that's good to see. And Rolando McClain leads the NFL in tackles. In my Madden 12 franchise too, it seems like he made a lot of tackles. He led the league a lot of tackles. So I'm not sure much about him in real life. I know that he played college football at Alabama and everything, but I don't know in real life if he gets a lot of tackles. That's interesting. But the sack totals, I did not see who leads the NFL in sacks, but I was kind of disappointed in the Eagles and the sack totals in this connected careers, because in real life, guys like Jason Davin and Trent Cole got over 10 sacks. Not this season in real life, but last season, Jason Davin got 18 sacks, and he didn't get that many sacks in this connected careers. We see here the #1 offense in the NFL is the New Orleans Saints. Their high-powered offense. They're ranked #1 with a 12-4 record. Their offense is so high-powered. Their passing yards are off the charts. They have a lot of first downs, a lot of rushing touchdowns. Overall, balanced offense. Their offense was all over the place, honestly. And see, scrolling down the list, Minnesota Vikings are their new Patriots, and our offense wasn't as high ranked as I thought it would. It's like towards the bottom. You see there, we didn't do as good as I honestly thought we did. I thought our offense was way better, but we have 32 passing touchdowns and 19 rushing touchdowns. I believe that's had say. We had a good balance between both of them, and our passing offense was good. Our rushing offense was good. It was good enough. That's the way I see it. Like it wasn't really like the the best really, but they did play really well. And our defense right here, our defense was actually ranked #1 in the NFL. That's surprising right there. But we gave up the fewest passing passing yards, the fewest rushing yards by a lot. We got 41 sacks, which is a lot. 8 forced fumbles. We ended up getting, I didn't see how many interceptions, but we did get a decent amount of interceptions. And overall, our defense has played really well. So that's good to see. See here, individual right here. Vic ended up getting 3,319 passing. It's 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's decent. He did miss like 1 or 2 games, I believe. So our rookie quarterback and our backup quarterback, Trent Edwards, to play a while. And you see here, both of our wide receivers, both of our starting wide receivers, did break that 1,000-yard barrier, but we didn't get the ball enough to our bench players. Honestly, like saw towards the bottom, we had some guys with only like 1 catch. So I definitely got to play those guys more and try to develop those rookies more. But our defense, the #1 ranked defense in the NFL right here, definitely came out to play. Our rookie Michael Kendricks played a huge role in the defense, getting that pressure on the quarterback. Some of these guys, some of the stuff they did did not show up on the stat sheet, but they did play a huge role in this team. Like Michael Kendricks, always providing those the pressure on the quarterback. But you see Jason Babin just shy of 10 sacks, only 9 sacks of the year. But see, going towards the list, if you saw back there, Trent Cole did not get that many sacks. I think he only got 4 sacks. I don't know if I've seen this in other videos and such about from other guys and talking about this, but it seems like the right end does not get as much sacks and stuff than the left end. I don't know if you guys see that in your connected careers a lot, but it happens in my connected careers. It seems like the left end gets the most pressure and stuff. But the final thing I'm showing you guys here is the Pro Bowl votes. I'm showing you guys the AFC. You see Stephen Gilmore, the cornerback drafted top 10 by Buffalo Bills. He makes the Pro Bowl. And Drew Brees, top quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Michael Vick second. We got McCoy in the Pro Bowl.